Nestled in quiet corners of Japan, far from the neon glow of Tokyo's skyline and the hum of its bullet trains, lie small, unassuming workshops where time seems to move differently. These are the sanctuaries of Japan's forgotten artisans. Here, hands carefully shape wood, spin clay, and hammer iron, preserving skills passed down through generations. It's a hidden world, barely known to most, yet vital to the cultural fabric of a nation often celebrated for its seamless blend of cutting-edge technology and deep-rooted tradition. Walking into one of these workshops is like stepping into a living museum. The air often smells of cedar sawdust or the earthy scent of wet clay. In a sunlit corner, a master woodworker chisels the fine grain of hinoki cypress, crafting parts for a temple's sliding doors. Nearby, a potter's wheel slowly turns, the artist's hands molding curves that have remained unchanged for centuries. Shelves lined with tools, rulers worn smooth by years of use, brushes dipped in ink for calligraphy patterns, and metal tongs older than many apprentices, paint a picture of intense dedication to craft. Japan's artisans focus on crafts deeply intertwined with history. Woodworking for temples and traditional homes, pottery fired in ancient kilns, washi papermaking rooted in sacred Shinto practices, and metalwork ranging from decorative sword fittings to everyday utensils. These crafts all require extraordinary patience, precision, and knowledge of natural materials. Yet today, the presence of such artisanal mastery feels unexpectedly fragile. The rarity of these skills raises a striking question. How has Japan, renowned worldwide both for its technological innovation and rich cultural heritage, come to have so few living practitioners of these crafts? The answer lies in the rapid modernization that Japan experienced throughout the 20th century. Post-war industrialization and urban expansion shifted economic priorities. Mass-produced goods became the norm, sidelining handcrafted items and the artisans who make them. Traditional apprenticeships grew scarce as younger generations gravitated toward the promise of white-collar jobs or careers in technology. Even long-standing local markets, places where handcrafted goods thrived, began to fade. Yet, these pockets of craftsmanship have not vanished entirely. Instead, they have retreated to quieter places, remote mountain villages where techniques remain a way of life, and urban backstreets where workshops survive as hidden gems. Some artisans maintain a delicate balance, creating both for local communities and for select clientele worldwide who seek authenticity over mass production. Visualizing this world requires capturing the contrast between the old and the new. One moment, the camera lingers on the delicate veins of handmade paper fibers, the next on a half-finished iron lantern, its surface hammered with rhythmic intent. These images tell a story of resilience amid change, dedication in the face of dwindling demand. They reveal a silent perseverance, as masters refine their skills daily without fanfare, motivated by a deep respect for tradition rather than profit. Exploring why these forgotten artisans remain committed to their crafts is a journey into the heart of Japan's identity. It challenges our assumptions about progress and invites us to appreciate the painstaking artistry behind objects often overlooked. Many of Japan's traditional crafts trace their origins back centuries, often intertwined with spiritual and communal life. For instance, washing and weaving techniques used in washi papermaking stem from the Heian period, nearly 1,000 years ago, when paper was essential not only for communication, but also for religious ceremonies. Similarly, the delicate art of kintsugi, the repair of broken pottery with gold-infused lacquer, reflects a philosophical embrace of imperfection, a concept deeply rooted in Zen Buddhism. These crafts evolved over generations, refined within families or tight-knit communities where apprenticeships ensured that knowledge passed down without dilution. In woodcraft, especially in carpentry linked to Japan's famous temples and shrines, master artisans honed their skills over years, learning to work with local materials like hinoki cypress, prized both for its durability and aroma. Each stroke, joint, or curve holds centuries of accumulated wisdom. Yet, The endurance of these crafts has never been guaranteed. The Meiji Restoration in the late 19th century marked a turning point as Japan rapidly industrialized and opened to global markets. While modernization brought many benefits, it accelerated the decline of many traditional crafts. Factories producing cheaper, standardized goods increasingly replaced handmade objects. Census data and government reports in recent decades highlight a steep drop in artisans engaged in traditional industries. For example, by the early 21st century, only a fraction of the craftsmen who had once numbered in the tens of thousands remained active. The pressure of aging populations in rural craft centers exacerbated the problem, with younger generations often migrating to cities for education and more stable employment. Despite these daunting challenges, a small but determined cohort of artisans continues to safeguard these ancient skills. Some have adapted by fusing tradition with innovation. They experiment carefully, creating modern designs that respect traditional methods without compromising craftsmanship. This balancing act allows their work to resonate with contemporary tastes while maintaining authenticity. Supportive niche markets have emerged, catering to enthusiasts both within Japan and worldwide who value handmade quality over mass production. These buyers often seek the story and spirit behind each piece. Moreover, cultural preservation organizations, including government bodies and private foundations, have stepped in to help. Programs promote artisan crafts by offering training, certification, and financial incentives. Museums and exhibitions raise awareness, helping reconnect the public with the cultural richness embodied in these works. The designation of living national treasures is one such honor bestowed upon particularly skilled craftsmen and craftswomen, recognizing their role in preserving intangible cultural heritage. Encouragingly, some younger Japanese are showing renewed interest in traditional crafts. Although few choose to become full-time artisans, more engage in workshops or short apprenticeships, keen to learn hands-on skills often absent from formal education. For them, these crafts represent a link to identity and history in a fast-changing world. The global movement towards slow living and mindful consumption also draws fresh attention to handmade objects. In small ways, this growing appreciation is breathing new life into otherwise fading traditions. Japan's forgotten artisans stand at a crossroads. Their crafts embody centuries of cultural history and philosophical depth, but survival depends on embracing change without losing heart. Maintaining these traditional skills in the modern era is about more than simply preserving old ways. It is a vital cultural act that sustains the very essence of Japan's identity. These crafts are living expressions of history, philosophy, and community. They embody values like patience, precision, and respect for nature, qualities often overshadowed in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world. Economically, these artisans contribute to a niche but meaningful market that values quality over quantity, authenticity over mass production. Handcrafted objects, from intricately carved wooden temple fittings to delicate washi paper, carry a uniqueness impossible to replicate in factories. They offer consumers a tangible connection to heritage and artistry, fostering appreciation beyond mere function or fashion. Artistically, these crafts serve as inspiration not just within their own traditions but across disciplines. The subtle interplay of material and technique found in Japanese pottery or metalwork influences contemporary design globally, reminding us that innovation often springs from a deep understanding of the past rather than a rejection of it. Yet, sustaining these crafts presents significant challenges. The economic viability of traditional artisan work is continually under threat. Handmade goods require extensive time and skill, translating into higher costs that often deter younger generations from following such paths. Many artisans face dwindling local demand and struggle to compete with low-priced manufactured products. Moreover, the transmission of knowledge itself is precarious. Apprenticeships, once the primary mode of learning, are fewer as young people hesitate to commit to decades-long tutelage with uncertain returns. This has a ripple effect, risking the loss of techniques that can only be passed through direct mentorship and face-to-face guidance. In response, various efforts seek to bolster the survival of these crafts. Tourism plays a growing role. Many workshops have opened their doors to visitors, offering hands-on experiences that foster deeper appreciation and direct financial support. Educational initiatives in schools and community centers introduce traditional crafts to new audiences, sometimes incorporating updated methods to appeal to contemporary learners and encourage participation. On a governmental level, grants and designations like important intangible cultural properties provide both financial and symbolic backing, while collaborations between artisans and designers encourage the creation of innovative products that respect tradition but meet modern tastes and markets. Despite these positive developments, the future remains uncertain. The balance between preservation and adaptation is delicate. Too much change risks eroding the craft's authenticity, yet rigidity may consign them to obsolescence. Meanwhile, demographic shifts, urban migration, and changing consumer habits create ongoing pressure. Nonetheless, there is hope. Artisans and supporters alike share a commitment fueled by passion rather than profit. They envision these crafts not as relics frozen in time, but as evolving legacies capable of enriching modern life. In quiet workshops scattered across Japan, each stroke of a chisel, each turn of a potter's wheel, is a testament to resilience. The story of these forgotten artisans is still unfolding, sustained by the belief that safeguarding ancient craftsmanship strengthens the cultural soul of a nation and connects past generations with our own and those yet to come.